Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 9th of July, 2026. Hopefully you're doing well today. We are back today with the next game in our celebration. Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. So... I have been off the past couple days, mainly because I have not been feeling well. I have not been feeling well at all. I was trying to push through the past couple streams. I was taking medication and stuff, and unfortunately, that was not enough to stave off whatever sinus issue or whatever I was having, and it just kind of came back with a vengeance, and I was just not feeling well. I'm still kind of recovering from that, but I feel well enough to, at least think I feel well enough to stream today. So, we are going to, attempt to start our playthrough of Fatal Frame 3. I do apologize if, I do sound a little bit, like, congested or cough a bit, but thus is the way of things. But that is why I took the last couple days off. It's just because I was not feeling well. I was not feeling well. But we are back. We're gonna keep going. We've got a few. This is the last of the like revisit playthroughs for our celebration. For those who haven't been here, we are doing a celebration all month long of for the month of July for the things here. We have done all the endings for Silent Hill F. We did 2 of the New Game Plus endings. We didn't do 2 of them because one of them required us to do some other stuff in New Game Plus, which meant doing more running around. It was going to be really irritating. And the other one required us to do a whole nother playthrough on Nightmare difficulty, which I didn't really want to do for Fatal Frame 2. So we're moving on to Fatal Frame 3. We're going to try to get the New Game Plus ending in this game. There is only one ending. Extra ending for this game, and then we will start our first playthroughs after that. So we have first playthrough of Shadow Corridor 1 and 2, and then a secret retro playthrough to begin after that. So, jumping a little bit back in time from basically 2026 to 2005. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. Fatal Frame 3 is my favorite Fatal Frame game. It does have some issues, which we'll talk about when we get there, but I like this one. This one also is a combination of the first 3 games, so there will be a little bit of spoilers for the first 3 games, kind of overall. There will also be multiple playable characters that we'll be playing. This is kind of the first time in the series that you do multiple characters. I do believe they reprise that in later games from this point on, I believe. I think you play multiple characters in 3, 4, and 5. So it becomes kind of a namestay to play multiple characters. So it's interesting. It's interesting that becomes a namestay because of this game. But you'll see how that kind of shakes out as we get into the gameplay. But this story, I do have a trigger warning on the screen. It does discuss quite a bit of stuff about loss, as well as some other touchy topics. So there will be a trigger warning on screen as per usual. I don't think, if I remember correctly, I don't think this one has any, like, very overt depictions like the first 2 games do, but I might be misremembering. There are some pretty heavy depictions in 1, 2, and I believe 4 of some, like, very heavy things, but just in case, we will keep the trigger warning up there. But this still deals with a lot of intense things. So, that being said, let's go ahead and turn off our music, and we will get into Fatal Frame 3. So, hopefully we have audio. You can always adjust if it is too loud or too quiet. Of course, we won't really know. I'm going to check the options real quick. So I've not played this in a bit. Okay, we do have subtitles on. Everything's at half. I can always turn that up on my end. Gameplay. Player control. Change film. Brightness. Does this tell us? Okay, we do have a brightness here. I'm going to brighten it up a little bit in the game itself. So that way the... Okay, there is a confirm button. That's what I thought. Okay. So I'm going to brighten it up a little bit in the game itself. So that way the game can kind of handle it. Video mode. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Okay. So we'll be doing interlace. For progressive, you need a component AV cable and a progressive. Okay. So we'll keep that. Alright. Now, I don't remember. I think I need to load our completion save to run New Game Plus. I believe that's how it works. So... so it should start over. Now, I'm not sure if this is like other... Okay, we don't have any costumes, we don't have any accessories. Extras. How many points? Okay, we do have points. Interesting. Oh, I did not know you could... you could put stuff on the cat, too. That's funny. Oh, you can also... Huh. There's a zoom function here. Sense infinity. Festival. Huh. Okay. Okay. Let's go with normal. Since it is New Game Plus, we should have... I'm hoping it lets us keep our upgrades. Given that we still have points, I would guess so. So here we go. If it's too quiet, let me know. I can always turn it up. Honestly, it's a little loud for me, but I can turn my own volume down. So.
Should we get going?
I heard this house was haunted. Too bad it's not.
Rumors are just rumors. I'm gonna load these up.
Well, what's that? By the way, you is a character name, not as in you as in look at you. Before anybody gets confused, that is the character's name. YUU. That's also why subtitles are on, so you can see it down at the bottom. Part of the reason why they're on. They're also on for the people like me who are hard of hearing.
Where am I?
Alright. So do we move? Okay, we move with the analog stick. Run with square. Probably means interact as X. It's snowing! Who are you? You're not you. Don't worry about me running through this segment. We will be seeing this area quite a bit, in fact. This is one of the main halls. Hi there. Hello, mother and daughter. Don't have a camera. Not in this segment, at least. See through the door? I think he's... Yeah. Doop doop doo. Hi there. You look friendly. You look less friendly. I don't know. Do I go this way? I can't remember which. Do I go through this door or is this door blocked? I think this door is blocked, right? No. We'll be seeing that gentleman again multiple times. As I say, I believe we gotta go to the atrium. That gentleman will make multiple reappearances.
Forever.
I don't want to stay here forever. That would be dangerous. These will be our save spots. The lanterns. Recurring theme in Fatal Frame. Obviously, we have a big old torii gate, another recurring theme.
Wait! There's still something I need to say!
So if you don't know, the older Fatal Frame games, the way they hide loading zones was by door openings. So the reason why she stopped there for a second was because it was hiding the loading zone. And now for my favorite antagonist in the Fatal Frame series, the Tattooed Priestess. We'll be seeing her quite a bit. Hello. You do not want to know, but we will find out what exactly is happening right now. Ooh. Yep, we will find out about what that is.
Are you okay?
We will also be seeing those little girls again much later into the game. I mean, we'll see them throughout, but we'll figure out what exactly they were doing as we progress. Red Room. I think we come in here a couple times, but not very often. To develop film. He was in the picture. Here you go. Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. I'm very curious again, because this is New Game Plus, if we start with the camera. I'm guessing we don't. Hour 1. The sign. Okay, so L2 is our map. It does look like we start with our map, though, which is interesting. Oh, we do start with our camera. It's triangle. I wonder if I could have taken those pictures at the start. I wonder if we should restart and see if I could take pictures. I didn't realize triangle was our... I was hitting... I was hitting the top buttons, but I was not... Okay. Tools... We have a professional camera. Okay, so we don't have the camera obscura. So I guess we couldn't take pictures. But we do have other stuff, so they definitely kept some things. Okay. But we can't upgrade because we don't have the camera obscure. Okay. So yeah, so we can take pictures, but it's not going to do anything. Okay, the game seems a little quiet. So I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Might just be because this area is not too loud. Object covered with a cloth. Okay. I believe we have to, like, actually check things in this one to find stuff. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we can still take pictures of ghosts, but... Ah, I missed. Okay. I have to be faster than that. I have to be faster than that. I believe some of these pots have items in them. Sealed by a strong power. This should be locked. Bellflower. Alright. Those doors locked. I can't open them. Alright, up here we go. Hey, welcome in, Kristen and Raiders. How you doing today? Let's see what you're up to. Playing some... Oh, Detroit Become Human. Yeah, I saw that you were starting that. How you liking that so far? Welcome in, everybody. If you don't know who I am, MaskofGames. Play a variety of games here on the channel, mostly horror, mostly retro. And we have just started, like literally just 10 minutes ago, have just started our new game plus playthrough of Fatal Frame 3, The Tormented. It's my favorite Fatal Frame game. It's very, very cool. But hopefully you had a good time over there with Kristen, of course, the founder of the Crypt stream team. Plays of Detroit Become Human. If you need rain run for any reason, get you some food, get you some water, or go take a nap. I completely understand. Just throw us a follow, come back when you can. We'd love to have you. Also, if it's your first time here, feel free to tell us what's your favorite horror game, what's your favorite retro game, and if you have one, what's your favorite retro horror game. We'd love to hear from you. Or feel free to keep lurking. We do like our lurkers here. So I do appreciate the raid. Feel free to tell us about Detroit. I've actually not played Detroit. I don't play a lot of those like Choices Matters type games. I don't know. The only one that I've really played in that vein was Heavy Rain. I played the Heavy Rain game back on release. I think I still have it over there somewhere. Look at that. Yeah. There it is. There's Heavy Rain. So that's basically the only one I played. So, but yeah, hopefully you're having fun with that. Like I said, we just got started, so you haven't really missed much. We have started the first hour of the game, which is essentially their chapters. but welcome in. Um, hopefully, hopefully you're doing well today. Um, I did have to take a couple a couple days off recently because I was not feeling well, so we're trying to get back into it. But this is the third game in the series. The third game in the series does kind of connect the stories from the first two games in the series. So there is kind of well, I can't say kind of. There are spoilers for the first two games in the series, because the character this game has three characters, and the other characters are related to the first two games in the series. So they do kind of. Did I already pick it up? Okay, I already picked it up. Alright, nice. Alright, so we do not have infinite type 0. I wonder when that started. But yeah. So, camera... capabilities. Okay, so all of that's maxed out. We could get our storage up. Max spirit charge. The power up charge amount increases. I think we want that, right? What is this? Shoot strong exercising. Slows the movement. What is this? Inflict damage more easy. Oh, that's the Pierce. Okay. We are also doing a New Game Plus run, because Fatal Frame, all the Fatal Frame games have New Game Plus endings, kind of similar to Silent Hill. And that's what we're doing with this. So, we do have stuff. From our first playthrough. So, oh, late. How are you? How's stream? I'm I'm doing okay. I was let me switch. Okay, so that's how we do that. Ah, there we go. I was a little sick past couple days, so I had to take a couple days off. You can probably still hear it in my voice, but I'm trying to bounce back. And we just got started with this, so we haven't missed much. Okay, okay, we can move with the right stick. I've got to get used to that. Because you move with the right stick and then shoot with the other one. We need to save first. So let's make a new save. Let's not save over that. Happy Disability Pride? Yes. Hey, happy Disability Pride, everybody out there. Believe me, this month is very important. I was thinking about it the other day, about how there's a lot of people that are probably dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and probably dealing with being vastly overlooked by the people around them, and how important it is to be talking about this stuff. So but hear that. What is that sound? Hmm. Ah. Oh yeah, this was a mechanic that they added. I don't know if they really... Jump scare. I don't know if they really use this mechanic a whole lot in later games. That whole, like, peek through a thing and take a picture. Um... Yep. That's an interesting thing about this one. That's what I was trying to think about.
Go away!
I was like, I know there's a feature with the red room. So they do a thing in this one where you take a picture of someone in the Mansion of Loss, and they have to, and then you have to like have it developed. Yeah.
Don't want to see anymore.
Hello, Tattoo Priestess. I believe we get attacked now, right? At some point they show us combat. I know it's very, very soon. Yep, there they are. Mother and daughter. Do they attack us now? Or do they attack us when we try to leave? When we try to leave, okay. Don't answer that. Just leave. Bye. Bye. Nope. No thanks.
Where did he go?
Well, surprise. Yeah, it's like I know they attack us, but I didn't remember if it was when we leave or not. Exploration of battle. Oh, hold on. I need that. Back up. Keep your hands to yourself. Oh, I didn't get the combo. I gotta get used to the controls. It's been a minute. Oh. There we go. Let's take a picture here. I don't know what I just took a picture of. See the feet?
If only I died too. It's not my fault that I'm the only one that survived. I should have been taken. I didn't survive because I wanted to. I had no choice. If I had just refused, I would have. I didn't survive because I wanted to. I had no choice. So if I had died with everyone else, yes, if I had died with everyone else, then I would. Are you all right? Other one.
She ain't looking at you. Yep. Boo. Yeah, no thanks. It's a little tap.
Let me sleep forever.
There it is. Yeah. So it begins.
Ray? Is everything okay?
If you played Fatal Frame 1, you know who that is.
I heard you cry out. Well, I was worried. You've been having so many nightmares lately.
What? I'm fine.
But
I just had a bad dream.
Alright. Was it all just a dream? Anyway, I better get up. The tattooed woman. The bruise appears. Notebook use. Thought it would be bruise. Nothing there. Was it just a dream? Location. Okay. There we go. Miku! Younger sister of Yu's best friend. She lives with me now and works as my assistant. So this is how they connect 3 and 1. So you is Ray's fiance, I believe, or was, and you's best friend was Mafuyu. Mafuyu is Miku's brother, and now Miku was the main character of Fatal Frame 1. Now she's in 3. So, mother and daughter. Location: abandoned house. Okay. The Manor of Sleep. Yeah. So, Miku is actually in 3 of the 5 not Silent Hill. I said Silent Hill games. Fatal Frame games. Miku is a playable character, I believe, in 1, 3, and 5. She is the only recurring character, I want to say, in the games. That's playable. Technically, there's a character that is in multiple games. There's a character that is in both 2 and 1, and then we'll see characters from 2 in this one as well. We save at our desk, right? With the notebook. Or is it the radio? I know we save at something. I think it's later that they tell us how to save. But there is a bit of overlap between the games.
Good morning, Ray.
This game has the most overlap. In my opinion, they all have connecting threads, but this one legitimately has parts of the first 2 games in it, like whole sections of the game are in this game. So we'll see that later. But this legitimately has a character from 1 as well as parts of 1 in it. Looks like it's gonna rain all day. Don't you have to work so much this week? Why don't you try to relax? Been working too much. You're woken up by a bad dream. Not to mention what happened when we were out collecting data the other day. Just try to take it easy today. There was a letter. It was addressed to you. Doesn't get confusing at all. Okay. Sorry. How are things for your fiancé? Like I thought, my niece's symptoms bear many similarities to the strange disease. Okay. Maybe I was wrong. I thought they were his cousins, but apparently it's his niece? I don't know. But once we get Kay here. Kay is the other playable characters. There's 3 playable characters in this game. Kay is how they connect the second game to this game. And we just got done doing Fatal Frame 2. So I believe we have to go to the Red Room to develop film. I will be stopping by the bathroom occasionally, because there will be... I don't remember when it happens, but there will be an event in here. It's much later in the game, I believe, but... This is a pretty nice house, by the way. Use altar. also believe there is going to be here. This should be. Oh yeah, we can't go into his room yet. Eventually we'll have to go into his room, but... Do we not have that picture? I guess we don't have that picture. Alright. There will be a bit of this... Oh, there's a cat right there. Not going to talk about the cat laying in the window? What the heck? Hello? Can we not talk to you? I guess not. I guess we go back to bed. But there is quite a few of sections like this where we'll be like walking around the house, interacting with stuff, and then we just go, time to go back to bed. Don't feel like sleeping now. Okay. Maybe we gotta go to use... Because I mentioned the camera now. Yeah. Camera obscura. That's what I thought. I was like, I think once they mention the camera, we can go in here. But, basically, if you missed the intro starts with us crawling out of a car crash. And it basically, if you didn't see when we
Can
were...
I help you with something?
Oh, I just wanted to ask you.
We crawled out of a car crash. Our fiance did not. Basically, the general conceit of this game is that the manner of sleep attracts people that are dealing with loss. And every character will run into, both the playable ones and the NPCs, are dealing with some sort of loss. And that's what attracts people to the manner of sleep. But the idea is that the deeper you go into the manor, the more you're likely to stay. And there you go. This is you. You is Ray's fiance who did not survive the crash. That is Ray's basically entry into the manner of sleep. There it is. To a certain deserted village on the map, found a camera in a huge abandoned house. Okay, there is neat. Okay, so he's their uncle, not their cousin. I always thought he was their cousin, but because when we meet him, you'll understand why. Because Kay does not seem much older than Ray, but apparently he's their uncle. He's also never alluded to in the second game. But this is your reference. Mio and Mayu are the main characters of Fatal Frame 2. Kay is their uncle that comes out of nowhere that's related to there. Also, the canonical ending is the ending you get when you first play Fatal Frame 2. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that has not played Fatal Frame 2, but when you play it, the ending you get is the canonical one. So that's why I said this game is a bit spoiler heavy for the other games. Musty film. Now we have the film to. I believe there's something in his desk, right? Yeah. Lost Village model incidents. Isolated mountain. We're gonna skip through some of this because I can basically summarize some of this stuff without having to read this. Okay, so this is Minakami. This is a reference to the second game. Again, we're gonna skip through some of this. So the Lost Village is the second game. Only one woman survived. This is a reference to Yae, which is again the story of two. Manner of Bizarre Murders, where the same tragedy recurs. I believe this, yeah. So the Manner of Bizarre Murders. This is a reference to the first game. And you can see right there, it has to do with Mafuyu's disappearance, which is what the first game is about. Okay. And I believe this one, the House of Mutilation, says their hands, legs, and heads were severed off. And that's where we're at. We'll figure out what they mean by severed off. If you remember, we were being chased by a guy with a cleaver. He's related to that, and that's how that's related to the Manner of Sleep. So that notebook essentially is just kind of a quick reference to why these characters kind of meet. Here we go. A mother and daughter who live in Myojin village went missing. The missing are Makie Kuzuhara and her daughter Kozue. Since last year, the two have been searching for Kuzuhara's missing husband. The two reportedly wandered the mountains nearly every day. I hadn't seen them for several days, so I went to visit them. There was no answer, so I went inside and they were gone. Only saw some black soot-like marks. That's important. Basically, that we'll see what that is in reference to. And again, Spirited Away is a like we have in Western society we have a similar term. It's the idea of like being taken away by spirits. You hear about it in like the Will-o'-the-Wisps in Irish folklore is the idea of like they trick you into going to the forest and then you're taken by the fairy folk. It's in Japanese lore, it's very similar to the similar idea where you're kind of like taken by some spirit or you're taken by some entity, whether it's a god or a spirit or yokai or yurei or whatever, a ghost. That basically they just take you away, and you're never seen or heard from again. That is the idea behind Spirited Away. It is a term that's recurring in Fatal Frame in specific, because we deal with a lot of ghosts. That this name is a name we'll see reoccurring through the series as well. Kunihiko Asao. He's the one who worked on the camera obscura. Special lens. we do the thing yet? No? Okay. So, alright, so I believe that's... Oh, we need... Wait, can we do the spirit radio in this one? I don't remember. Is there anything else? But again, there are... If you're here watching this and you want to avoid spoilers for the first 2 games, feel free to throw us a follow, come back, you know, when you played them or watch them or whatever. Because it does have some spoilers for those 2 games as we progress. Because again, this character down here is the protagonist. This character here is Miku. She is the protagonist.
You've been working too hard. You should get some rest.
For the first game.
It's raining again.
For the first game, and we will see parts of the first and second game in this. And we already read some notes that kind of had some spoilers about what happened in the first 2 games. So, just as a little bit of a forewarning there. But if you don't mind that, then feel free to keep hanging out with us. She tells me to rest. Oh, she mean on the couch? Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's like, hey, you should rest, and then you can't rest. But that is one of the more like obscure things about this game is interacting with certain things. Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't rest yet. I think we've got to start developing the film. We have the musty film. But yeah, there we go. I was like, I know we have to develop something. So if you noticed, we took this picture in the manner of sleep, but when we acquired the camera obscura here, the film was here. And now, that's one thing I liked about this one too, is there's a bit of, yeah, there's a bit of this investigation thing. Like, we don't get to do a lot of it. Like, we don't actually get to, like, hunt through the town or anything to see if we can, like, figure out who it is. We basically send Miku out to do the legwork. But it is interesting that we tried it. We essentially find out other people's stories, which is normal for the Fatal Frame series, but it is kind of cool how we take a picture and we're like, hey, what about this person? About the woman in this picture, I was wondering if I could get you to try and find out as much as you can. Very old picture, so found it in used room. It's okay if you can't find anything. It's just something about her.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
If you show the photos you developed to Miku, sometimes you can ask her to investigate them for you. If you have them investigated, you can come talk to Miku later to get books and other information. See? And then that's the trigger for nighttime, which allows us to do this. Night has fallen. If you check the bed with X, you can sleep. By checking camera, that's how we save, is the camera obscura. I was like, I know it's something on the desk, but it wasn't in the notebook. Save. We'll do a save. But and then things also happen around the house at night as well. So we have to, sometimes we have to go out and like look around, because like sometimes like Miku will be down here. I think once we get Kay, he like sleeps on the couch, and eventually we'll be able to go to like Miku's room, stuff like that. But it's interesting. Also, like sometimes, there we go. So I was like, I know we can interact with the cat. Um. Okay, okay. Let's go. I think for the first night we just have to sleep until we figure something out, and then we have to come back. Doop a doop a doop a doop. Alright. So let's go to bed. Eventually we will get tapes that we can listen to on our radio too, which is a nice cool, like this game has a lot of really cool stuff. Like it has some issues later on which we'll talk about, but it just has really cool things like listening to the cassettes on the radio and like sending Miku to investigate things, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Maybe they're just personal things that I really like, but this is, like I said, this is my favorite Fatal Frame. I think it's just a nice kind of way to mix all of the stuff from the first, two games, while also making its own kind of additions. And the antagonist is my favorite from this series, and one of my favorite antagonists of all time. I just, I guess, needs a key. I don't think we opened that door for a long time. Because the tattooed priestess is just like, for this series is just a perfect embodiment of like what the series about, being like both inviting and haunting, but also like very threatening. They do such a good job of letting her be both of those things. Did I get her? I didn't. Dang. Did it switch my film again? Dang it, don't use that film. You also gotta be really fast on the draw for some of these ghosts. Or the I don't remember what they called the like non-combative ones, but wraiths maybe. Um so I think she closes something. Piece of paper. Memo and shaky hand. It's not my fault I didn't choose to survive. Let's see. More film. There's a clock on the wall. Thank you. Alright.
I didn't want to survive.
Dang, dude, she is so fast. Okay. I will probably be saving often. This is a force of habit. Okay, you can stop with that noise. Dang, dude. She's so fast. Oh, is this our first one of these? Yep. Something has emerged on the photo. It seems to be a picture of somewhere else. So that's our first, this door is locked, you have to go somewhere else photo. See if I still remember the manner of sleep. Probably not too well. But I do remember the other stairway over here. Okay. Okay, it's red, which means that there is a ghost, probably above us. Alarm! Wait, it doesn't give you alarm by default? That's interesting. Hi! Okay, that should have opened the door. I don't think we can go through here yet. Yeah. Voices behind the wall. Go up here and see if there's a fight. This is a puzzle, right? Same number of panes as engraved in the sleeping stone, yep. Alright. You're a fight, right? That's what I thought. Okay. Oh, missed it. forgot you have to like get close to. Oh, there you are. Dang it, dude. Dodge. Hold on. Can I? This is gonna be really weird. Options. Controller. No. System settings. No. Gameplay. This. That doesn't work. Oh. Hold on. I'm trying to fix it. The problem I'm having is the camera. I'm used to the camera being inverted. And moving with the other stick. No. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. Get comboed, punk. Can't see in the wall. Okay. That's a little bit better. Okay. There we go. I had to switch it up because it was not working out for me. I was like down, up, down, up, like it's weird. Like when all the other games do it a certain way, and then you play a game that switches that, it's just like my brain can't function. I know you're around here somewhere. There you are. By the way, notice that our... Oh, you guys can't see it. Hold on. Give me just a second. I just realized you guys can't see the filament. That is actually very important for you guys to be able to see the filament. Let me move my camera. See that filament down there? That's important. Note how it's red? That usually means something aggressive. Burnt passport. Surname, Takigawa. Given name, Yoshi. Cut off. Nationality, Japan. Registered domicile, Shizuoka. Shizuoka. But yeah, usually this filament right here tells you, if it's blue, it tells you there's something to take a picture of, like normal, like hidden thing. If it's red, it means it tells there's aggressive ghost in the area. If you notice, when I look at her, it's red.
You should wake up. Please help me. Please wake me up. I didn't do anything wrong.
I do have subtitles on, unfortunately. It's just doesn't work for the mumblings. The bruise appears. Okay. Do we got anything in here? Where's Miku? Gone out to do some research on the woman from the other day. I'll be back later this evening. Make sure you eat breakfast. The dish kitchen perfectly made rice bowls has been prepared. Is that what these are? Or is that what these are? Okay. Look at the kitty cat. Take a picture of the kitty cat. Okay. Yeah, so I think the phone rings. That's where we talked to Kay for the first time? Or was this the first?
Hello?
Ray, it's Miku.
Ah. Hi, Miku. Name and address of the woman in the photo. Yoshino Takigawa. She's the only survivor of a plane crash that happened the other day. Anyway, I had seen her before. It all came together when I asked one of the editors. Seems she was still being hospitalized. I'll tell you the location of the hospital. Yoshino Takigawa? Which we found her ID, and that matches up.
I heard from the hospital that she's been asleep for a long time, and no one has been able to wake her.
Oh no. Well, about that. I wonder where she is. Ugh. Taser. Just. Oh.
I don't want to see anymore.
I don't want to see anymore. That was not her voice. Also, she's not there anymore. And we read a note about black soot stains. Yep. The manner of sleep got her.
Did you go to the hospital?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. We did. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm. We sure did. A female survivor. That's not it. This one? Blue pattern appeared on body instant before she found. What's that? Is she connected to the woman in my dream? If so... Guess it's about the camera obscura. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. I need to double check. I don't think we get access to who we need to interact with. Until later. But I need to double check when we get that. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go to hour 10 for that. Hey, Lee, how you doing today? So we are much further away. So I was thinking, I was like, I don't think we can. We gotta get all the way to like hour 10. So trying to catch up on sleep. Yeah, I had to take a couple of days off because I was not feeling well. So trying to get back into it. Alright, so we go down here. Hey, Miku, what are you doing up?
Ray? Are you having trouble sleeping?
Sorry for what happened. Do you know something about her? I saw on TV. The game that doesn't let women push heavy object. That is correct, yes. It also, I mean, it also gives them superpowers, though. Because the same guy who pushes heavy objects, his special ability is hide. like Miku could stop time. His special ability is hide. So I don't know. Like like I don't know. I still feel like even though he could push heavy things, I still feel like he gets the short end of the stick. Hey, False, how you doing today? Okay. Just trying to see if we get any interactions tonight before we go to sleep. Yeah. We've played all of them. We're going for the New Game Plus ending. Let me do a couple shout outs. How did you like Silent Hill 2? By the way, I saw that you finished it. How'd you feel about it overall? Also, make sure you go follow our friends, The Leave Ending and False Echo. Great streamers. Always doing some fun stuff. Do you want to sleep? Yes. I like to enjoy it a lot. To see a lot of people's perspectives on it, takes on it. Yeah, we got a little hint at the hammer and stakes there. Silent Hills. Yeah, I mean that's a lot of people's take on it is like Silent Hill 1 tends to be a lot more atmospheric, whereas Silent Hill 2 tends to be more psychological, which is why I think a lot more people tend to enjoy it. Also, it's not like graphics wise is not as dated because it's PS2 versus PS1, but you like the story of 2 a lot. Yeah, I just don't like James as a character, which is just a personal thing for me, but I still prefer it to the remake. Jesus Christ. Like, don't get me wrong, I think the remake's solid. It's just there's a lot of things that I don't like about the remake. Okay. Can't get that item, but that's a hint at someone who can. But yeah, I saw that you did a post that people were like, yeah, it's difficult to get the bad ending, and I'm like, it's really not that hard to get the bad ending. There's no way for you to get it. It's like it really depends on play style. Like, because if you're the type to explore and stuff, it's very easy to get. If you're the type to go A to B, yeah, no, you don't. You usually don't get it. Because the triggers for Silent Hill 2's bad ending is interacting with 3 objects and having low health. That's basically it. Interestingly enough, the triggers for one of the triggers for the bad ending is also a trigger for the good ending, which is listening to the conversation in the hallway before the end. That triggers both the good and the bad ending. So you didn't think I'd be low HP. Yeah, so there's 3 things that can trigger the bad ending. It's looking at Angela's knife, reading the note at the top of the hotel, or not the hotel, the hospital, and reading the note in Neely's bar. when you go back, those notes, which if you're exploring, you want to read, right? Because you want all the lore. Like those notes trigger the bad ending, but the game doesn't tell you that, obviously. So if you're like someone like me that likes to explore and get all that information and stuff, you essentially get punished for it. Because they're like, hey, enjoy your lore. Bad ending. Hi. Who am I fighting right now? Is it the mom again? I did not. Get off of me. Oh, got it. Okay, I need to fight you. Yeah, but say I need to fight you up here, so... You know what's crazy? Children are literally like the hardest thing to fight in Fatal Frame because of how small their like hitboxes and stuff is, and like where they can come at you from. Like, which ending? Oh, the in-water ending. In-water ending. Where are you at? Of course. By the way, she's trying to hold our hand, if you didn't catch that. Her grab is trying to hold our hand. Oh, it's my favorite ending too, but for a completely different reason. Ending James deserved. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because, like, the hardest ending to actually get is not the bad ending, it's the loop ending. Like, which you would think would be the easiest to get. Right? Given how Silent Hill works, you feel like the Maria ending would actually be the easiest ending to get. But it's the hardest one to get. No. The Maria ending. I'm talking about just OG. Oh, that's what... Oh, circle does the... Okay, I need to not push that button ever again. At least not till much later in the game. I was like, where's Mom at? The little girl does not interact without Mom. You're gonna get comboed to hell and back, Mom. Oh, she used the pillar as cover. Give me just a second, I'll read that. You gotta be careful, Mom likes to teleport into weird places. Usually she'll stay in front of you, like a cone in front of you, but... Okay, there she goes. Do they have HTO there? I mean, maybe. I haven't seen it, but I haven't been shopping in a while, so... Alright, Mom and daughter down. We'll learn their story as we progress. But... let's go ahead and do a save. Takes thing. Let me see. You said HEO? Let's see, let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. Not, I'd have to, just cursory glance doesn't look like it, but... It's half sweet, unsweet. Oh, I'd hate that. I would absolutely hate that. The B-Day thing. Ah. How'd your birthday go, by the way? Did you have a fun birthday? Are you still in here? It wants me to take a picture of something over there. There's something like right here. I guess I need to get a little bit further. Oh, is it? $1,500 points. You can give those away, just can't do... Yeah, no, I get it, but... Hey, Energize, how you doing today? Where's the little opening? We gotta check the opening from time to time, because I believe they hide stuff in here. Okay. By the way, you might notice there's shadows in here now. Because the lady is no longer among the living. Alright. Just wanted to go over here. But, well, it's interesting because, like, back to the OG Silent Hill 2, is, like, people talk about, like, the good endings and bad endings of that game, and it's, like, technically, the only, like, if you wanted to go, like, a good ending, the only good ending you could argue would be Ritual ending, because he, like, resurrects his wife, and... Hello? Who am I fighting right now? But, like, if he resurrects her without the sickness, technically they would both be happy, but then it would be, oh, okay, we're fighting them together. I was like, who am I fighting right now? They both should be gone for this night. But it's also one of those, like, if she remembers that he, like, did what he did in that game, like, that would also be kind of an awful ending, you know? Where are you at? There you are. I missed. I'm still getting used to this. Right in the mouth. There we go. I discharged from the hospital, so it was a good beat. Hey, that's awesome. That's good to hear. Hopefully she continues to recover well. Got came over to dinner with us, so we watched. Nice. So it sounds like you had a really good birthday. That's good to hear. Alright. So I gotta go this way. I believe we meet a new ghost in here, right? By the way, this is also a thing about the third game. Your film and I think film drops reset every like night, which is an interesting thing. The greater resurrection happens and James starts coughing. Hey, karma. You do love some good karma like that. Well, it's interesting because like the second game is the one with the least amount of like cult ties, which I think is the reason why some people like that one over like some of the other ones in the series, because some people just don't jive with like cult based stories. But there, technically, it does have cult ties in the ritual ending, and it does reference Walter's ritual in the newspaper. So there still is like allusions to like ritualistic things. It's just not to leave Silent Hill 2 feels like the Halloween. Because it's kind of stands out and is not like it's connected but doesn't feel the same. I could see that. I mean, Season of the Witch is also one of those that like notoriously people skip because it's not. So I don't know. I get the reference, but usually people skip Halloween 3, whereas Silent Hill 2 is like the polar opposite. People flock to that one, right? Homecoming melded the two vibes. I think for me what holds Homecoming back is the combat, like the combat focus. Like much like what happened with Silent Hill F for some people, I think happens with Homecoming. It's just there's such a focus on combat that it really pushes back on being able to sell itself well. And technically, most of Homecoming doesn't take place in Silent Hill, which is another reason why at first people were like, this is not a Silent Hill game. Sure. Sure, whatever, man. I mean, other people don't count half the series because they weren't made by Team Silent, which is a whole different bag of worms. That kind of grief in some form. If they haven't, they have some. Well, it's interesting you say that, because that's kind of what this game, I think, has a lot of relatability as well. Because the Manor of Dreams is based on loss. So this game's premise is that it deals with, like, survivor's guilt, it deals with, like, losing someone, and that kind of loss drags people into the manor. So I feel like this is also, like, the most relatable Fatal Frame. But it's also the least played one, in my experience. I don't remember if the Phantoms need anything special. You just, like... Okay. You just run into me, okay. I just like shoot you to like. Okay, that did not do jack squat, dude. But well, it's also again like there's also a lot of. Okay, we just do damage to them. Wow, these guys just like hit you. There's also the nature of I think it's more grounded with its design, right? Was this one the way? No, this is PS2. What hit me? Man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. These guys just don't get stunned or anything. Jesus Christ. Look down, please. Thank you. Where's the last guy at? I hear him. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I was like, am I not supposed to fight her? Why am I fighting, like, infinite spirits right now? Get out of my face. Ah, dang it. Ah, she went in the wall. Alright. Hey, Retro Deity, how you doing today? Alright. Yeah, but no, this is the last of the PS2 games. The two Wii U ones were Mask of Lunar Eclipse and Maiden of Blackwater. You gotta grab us like that. Hang in there. I understand that. I understand that. I appreciate you being here. That look, did you see that it was like... I mean, that is a legitimate reaction. Tattoo grows. Ooh. I wish there was like a high-res version of this tattoo. The bruise. It's so interesting because they call it a bruise. It's very obviously a tattoo. How many points do we got? Almost got 40. We need to just save, because as we switch characters, they'll have their own upgrades. So... we'll save that. Ghost list. 50 ghosts filmed. 100 ghosts filmed. Okay, so we did miss some ghosts. Okay, anyways. Probably because that lady runs so fast. What is it, kitty cat? Is it Miku? Can't interact with the cat. Oh, it's probably Yu's room. It's looking down the hall. Okay. Guess I gotta go downstairs to see that Miku's not there. Nope. Cat's gone. Hey, Miku. Ray, this is the diary. They asked me to take care of it at the hospital since our family were all killed in the accident. I didn't seem to feel comfortable keeping it around the hospital. Was I right to accept it? Yeah, heard it's good for the heart to write in a diary to have someone read it. By doing this, maybe I will stop seeing that terrible dream. I'm sad being all alone. If I can have someone read this in some way, maybe I'll connect with them. My family and Naoya died. Being alone is more frightening than that harsh fact. More than the accident itself. Being the only one living afterwards. Waiting endlessly is more frightening. Total darkness. Sweltering nights, but it's freezing cold. Nasty dream. Snow fell on an abandoned house. I'm all alone and lost, but they might all be in the house. I can meet them. I sense that. If I go in, I can meet them. They're calling me, but if I go in, I might not be able to return. If that's what he wants. Bit by bit, I go deeper. I'm cold. It's getting dark. I can hear a song. Naoya's in there. Mom, Dad, everyone besides me. All in there. They all left me behind. Left me and went in. Only because I survived. It's painful is the pain, the dream, the tattoo. See, even this references it as a tattoo, not a bruise. The doctor says he can't see anything. Overseas, they apparently call the emotional trauma after an accident like this PTSD. But I can see it. Notice that the date has disappeared. After sleeping several days, I'm only half awake. Gradually, I come not to know whether I'm awake or asleep. Seem interested when you listen to my story. Maybe he's becoming more sympathetic. But that dream and the pain are mine alone. The pain is spreading. Rainy? Not sure. I'm to blame. Since I'm the only one who survived, it's not like I chose to survive. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. What should I do? What? Forgive me. That woman is coming after me. I can see her even when I'm awake. I can't take being touched again. I don't want to see anymore. But the photo you gave me. There's marks on her. Don't you think they look like tattoos? Yikes. And that is, again, the general premise of the game. We'll get more stories like that as we progress. I will try to go out of the room like every night to see if we can get interactions like this.
It seems like you're having a lot of nightmares lately. Are you alright?
Let's see, do we get the... Nope. Okie dokie. There are some, like, things that happen at night. Can I take a picture like that? Did you see the ghost in the kitchen? Picture of Miku. But yeah, there was a ghost in the kitchen. I was like, I think after we face the first ghost, things start happening. The first of many. Doot, 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 doot. Are we in hour 2 now? I think we're about to start hour 2. You hear that? You hear the crying, right? Yep. This place is haunted. Anyways. Yeah, here we go. I was about to say, I think we begin hour 2 now. And this is a heck of a place to wake up. I love how they're like, in case the blue light wasn't obvious. Hour 2, the manner of sleep. Four-point well key. Look who's back. Oh, she brought her phantoms with her. I thought, I was like, I think we're just supposed to fight her. Ah, the phantom got me. What the hell? You didn't give me a chance to move. Okay, dude, you gotta stop that. Okay, he's like popping up behind me. Oh, that's because there's two of them? Okay. That's rough, dude. Okay. Tools. That'll be fine for now. Okay. We really have to take the phantoms out before fighting her. She is not fun to fight otherwise.
Not enough. We need another sacrifice. Let this priestess never awaken from her dream for all eternity.
Okay. Got nothing in there, even though we hearing stuff. Did we ever go over here? No, because this is a dead end. Okay. So I can't even see that guy from here. Man, these guys... You guys suck. I think there's something on this shelf, right? Oh no, we already got the alarm off this shelf, never mind. This should be the door that we need to go through. Open. Give me a prompt to take a picture of that guy. Oh, it's the shadow corridor. I remember this. I remember this place. There's a little place we'll have to go in there. Something on the ground. Herbal medicine. I think we can only go so far in here before it's like, hey, you can't go here. Yep, right here. They're like, you're too big. Only a child or a small woman can get through. As if Ray is some giant or something. By the way, it's Miku. Miku can get through the small spaces. That's the conceit there.
remember this place.
You remember now? There's supposed to be a thing around here. Gotta take a picture of that. And I believe we can go to this well. So not, it's the bucket. That's what it is, yeah. The bucket has a sacred water, which is a very important bucket for us to remember. This is locked. 2 mandarins. Alright, well, now we can't do that. Sure hope nothing attacks us. I can't. Jesus Christ. I still gotta get used to these controls, man. Oh, there's 2 of you guys. Get off of me. I'm not gonna combo. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Yikes. Sleeping stone. Raised bump. Men in white. Okay. We know where that goes.
Get back! Stay away!
Did I get him? I did. Nice. Get back. Stay away. Wonder who they're saying that to. Grave the number of the same number of sleeping stone. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Look where we are. By the way, it's totally not dangerous to climb on top of this stuff in the snow. See the door on this other. If I was walk across the roof, yep, let's totally do that. Better yet, let's. Go all the way over here. By the way, you can't run on the roof. They thought about that. Not dangerous at all. Huh. Wonder what this is. Oh, look. That's an important key. Evade. Wonder why they gave us that. Oh, he went in the wall. I say it helped me go on the wall again, so it wouldn't come to me. There we go. 3-hit combo. Chase him down. Alright. Now we gotta go all the way back down there. I saw him. They made the ghost really fast in this one. I didn't realize that. They really expect you to be like, camera everywhere. Is there really not any... I could have swore there was like some film or something up here. Guess not. Yes? No? Okay. Alrighty. we gotta make our way back. Here. Now we can open this door. To Mandarin key. So I know he's going to show up. Take his picture. No? Okay. No picture. Flashbang. Hello? Same courtyard and tomb from the daydream. In the dream, you was inside. Old film in the camera obscura. Musty film. Alright. Save. Made it to hour 2. Phone ringing. Who is it? Hello?
Yes. Kurosawa speaking?
Miku, good morning. Gathered together all the information I got from the editor of the woman yesterday. I wanted you to see it. It's laying on the desk in my room. Please go take a look at it if you like. I'm not worried about all this. So one other thing. I wanted to check out. I'll be back after I finish.
I understand. Thanks.
Do you hear it? Do you hear it? Pretty sure I heard crying again. Alright, let's develop some film. Alright, so we have the gravestones. Ugh. Now we have the shadow corridor. Thank you. Ghosts are out in force today. Alright, so now we gotta go to Miku's room to see the notes that she took. She told us we could. And there's our kitty cat. High five. Cat photo. Also, this notice the lantern on the table. And this should be the file. Woman in the photograph, 26. She was only survivor of a plane crash in August, following the comment from a reporter, Ozawa, who covered it. The plane crash was thrown out of the aircraft and was mostly untouched by the fire. Also, the arbor where she was thrown became a cushion, and she was thus miraculously saved. When rescued, her external injuries were mild burns, bruises, and scrapes. Ugh. Determined there was no threat to her life, but as it took 4 days to find her, she was very dehydrated, weak, and distressed. She seemed to be suffering mentally. During those 4 days, she was surrounded by other victims, her relatives, and her lovers' corpses. Next is what I heard from someone at the hospital admissions. After hospitalization, she was extremely frightened of being alone or sleeping. She apparently had frightening dreams and would even hurt herself to stay awake. But over time, the amount she slept grew longer until she spent most of the day sleeping. Third, she was sleeping. At first, it was thought she was sleeping due to psychological trauma she experienced, but her condition gradually grew worse, and she would sleep for 3 days straight. When she woke, she would complain of hallucinations, saying, "Pain, or there are bruises all over my body." As her hallucinations grew worse, she became less responsive to outside stimulus during her waking hours, and would sometimes mutter deliriously or sing lullabies. That's the day she wasn't woken. The rest is as Ray saw. There's also a hospital rumor, but the staff have long-standing urban legend amongst themselves that patients like Takigawa, or they'll call lost patients. Patient disappears. On the night of the 9th, the patient disappeared from her ward in Katsuragi Hospital. The police are currently searching for a missing person. The sole survivor, plane crash, became emotionally unstable, PTSD, hospitalized long term, investigating the details. Lost all her family and concerned about the whereabouts. Okay. Picture stand on the desk has been laid flat. Is this a photo of Miku? That is. So you can see it right here next to me. It's Miku and Mafuyu. Miku with man. Kind-looking young man. A boyfriend? No, more likely a brother and sister. She's always been cheerful enough. I don't think I've seen her look quite this contented. Heard she lost a family member. Could this person in the picture be? Miku Hinasaki. And it's nighttime again. Alright, time to roam the house, see if we get any more ghost interactions. Also, I believe, is it from that point on we can, yeah. Basically, once we get invited to Miku's room once, now we can go in here forever.
Ray? Are you having trouble sleeping?
I'm curious, yeah, now the picture stays up.
Ray, you've been working too hard. You should get some rest. What can I do for you?
I wonder if you could research this photograph for me. Alright.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Just the middle of the night. Here's some photographs. I can see you're reading and trying to get ready for bed. Here's some photographs. Check those out for me. Alright, let's head downstairs. See if we get any uninvited guest appearances. Cat's on the couch. Nope, no one in there. No one in there. Oh, there's the spot. You have a comment on it yet? No. Okie dokie. Alright, let's go to sleep and back to the Manor of Sleep. Alright, I do hear some thunder outside, so for some reason the stream just cuts out. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that the cat?
It seems like you're having a lot of nightmares lately.
Miku, what are you doing on
Are
here?
you alright?
Creeping on me. What I was saying is I hear some thunder outside, so for some reason like the power goes out or whatever and the stream just cuts off. That is not that is not my fault. That's what I'm trying to say. We will just try to pick it up at a later date. We're already moving to hour 3, are we? We barely were in hour 2.
This place is...
Biggest picture. Oh, I guess we are in hour 3. Wow. Ah, the subduing song. Okay. I remember that chapter being that short. Going for the combo. Okay. Could have gone for a third there, but I thought he was going to go into the wall, so... Ah, I missed the third one. Oop. You big dork. Alright. First of many priests. Okay, he came from this way. I don't remember which doors are going to be open to us. Some of these doors are closed for a while. Okay, so this one's open. Okay, I think I just took a picture through... Oh, it's the... We technically already have all this projector stuff, right?
You can't escape.
Hi. Hello, little girl. Folklore. Excuse me, research stumbled upon the existence of shrines, perhaps the origin of the sleeping priestess. Very small, hidden away within the depths of the mountain, appear to be just as in the drawing. There are normally no worshippers, according to stories. The small village nearby is a shrine where you offer your pain. When I called the head of the family, she said they allow visitors until the snow melts. They carry out the rite here to protect the sacred area in the mountain. Men are not allowed in the rite, but it seems every few years they invite men in order to continue the bloodline. They call them outsiders. I think that I've heard of a similar custom. The guests who come in the winter while the snow falls all hide their face and pull large bundles on wagons. It resembles a funeral procession. There we go. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. The rite carried on their behalf must be connected to the song of the sleeping priestess. Track. Automatically faces ghosts. Is there a quick turn? I guess I can just flick back and forth for a quick turn. I didn't realize that. Okay. I was like, I didn't see a quick turn button, but... Type 14 film. Alrighty. Thank you. Something on the floor. Little medicine. So there's little hidden ones like this. This is an old Fatal Frame thing, where you find little hidden faces. It's definitely not something they do in the remake. It should lead us to the same place that other door led us, which is that big atrium. Yeah. We shouldn't be able to go in here. Oh, we can go in there. Okay, yeah, no, it's like, we can't go in there yet. Definitely not yet. Okay. I'm gonna run over here real quick before we go to the tree. So we can save. I believe once we interact with a tree, we get attacked. Alright. Hello there. Image of something caught on the photo. You can see something tied to the tree, by the way. Looks like a effigy or something. Guess we're following the spirit we saw go this way. Fortunately for us, this door is blocked. Image of something emerged in the photo. Strong power. Alright, now I believe we can go to that little door. Either that or she attacks us here, and I don't want to... Oh, he does, though. This guy is awful. Hits like a Mack truck. He's got like a terrible wind-up. He's got such a small window for his combo, too. There we go.
Sacrifices.
Yeah, that guy is no joke. Oh, he dropped it down there. Stone mirror. Definitely need that. Stone mirrors are extra lives, essentially. So if something kills you, that'll save you from death and give you full health. That's what they do in the entire series. Alright, I believe we need to go... Is it gonna let us go in here now? No, okay, so it's not that one. So that means we need to go back this way. Okay, we have not been in this room. This door is locked. What does one of the other ones of those? Hey, it's a no mask. There's the 61 film. Okay, we already have the slow lens. Trying to remember if there's something up here we can do. Take a picture of you. Open the door, please? Thank you. Nope. No, we cannot. Answer to that was no. Okay. So there's only one other area I think we can check without backtracking, and that is the area to the right, which is this way. We had to go around to unlock this door anyways, that's why I went the way I did. Because this door is locked by default, so you have to go left around. Because... I don't know if you can go right and then around. Should be hands, right? There's like a hand that's sticking out underneath that. '61 film. We got a '61 film, which is really interesting. Yeah. There's a hand there. You can take a picture of it like we did, and it gives you stuff. I don't remember where this door goes. Map was this one, right? Yeah. So we're trying to get back this way, I think. But this should take us back to the entrance, I think. Yeah. So this is a shortcut back. This is where we fight the mom and daughter ghosts. You might be able to hear it. There's some crying going on. Hey, Kat, how you doing today? I'm gonna go ahead and use that healing we just picked up. So if we have to fight the daughter, she can be a bit of a pain. Am I? I'm doing okay. There she is. Come on. I know there's a spot where I can take this picture.
Daddy fell. I...
There you go. Get off of me, man. God, the kids in Fatal Frame games are the absolute worst. Ah, let go of me. Let go of me. There we go. Couldn't get her a fourth time because of the boxes. Oh, I ran into her. Dang it, I keep running, keep trying to run away from her, and I keep running into her. Dang, kid, come on. She's tankier than her mom is. There we go. Yikes. Alright. Alright, let's see. Map. I know we gotta go the other way. Just want to see. No, that's what I thought. I was like, I think we have to go here, because we have to look in the hole in the wall again, right? Because she's the block. There it is. Yeah, so we have to do this again. She is the thing that's blocking us. By the way, I'm stuck in this vision. Yeah. I was like, I think I'm going the right way. And then once we go back the way we came, we'll have to fight the mom. His mom is none too happy that we try to exorcise her daughter. Okay, just checking to see if there's any healing items or anything. Okay. Over here. I believe when we try the door it says it's locked by a strong force, then we have to fight the mom. Right? No? Okay. Surprising. Wait, is she here? Oh. No, we fight this ghost. I remember that. This one also sucks. Getting a 4-shot is not an easy task. Did he have like a frame or soda? She's definitely one of the ghosts that teaches you how to back up. Okay. Okay, we're almost out of that film, so... Yeah, So, funny enough, when we were doing our first playthrough of the series, this was the game where we figured out, thanks to the help of False Echo, who was here in chat, that you can actually move with your camera up. So we actually got through essentially 3 Fatal Frame games without realizing that you can move by using the other stick with your camera up. That is actually an essential skill for this series, it turns out. It is very difficult to fight without doing that. Now, you can always, like, put your camera down, back up, turn around. That's what we were doing, right? Like, I was playing it like that, which is a viable way to do that, but yeah, no, moving with your camera up is very, very much, I think, how the game was intended. However, when we looked at the manual doesn't do a very good job of telling you that. It does tell you that. When I went back and read the manuals on stream, it does tell you, but it doesn't tell you very well how to do that. Because basically when you look at the controls, it says like do this with the joystick, and it like, so the right joystick by default in this game just moves the flashlight. Um, but if you have your camera up, it moves you, which in this game was much easier to read. But in the first game, um, it like moves other things. So they had it highlighted in blue that it moves you with your camera up, like when the viewfinder is up. So it was kind of hard to find in the actual instructions that it moved you when the viewfinder was up. But it is in there, just not well, not distinguished very well. So if you're ever playing the Fatal Frame games, you can in fact move with your camera up, and it is a skill you really need to to nail down, because boy howdy, trying to do some of these ghosts without doing that, it's going to be a bit of a problem. I can say. Okay, so that was this door over here. Alright, I'm going to make a save, because I know what's through that little door. By the way, the reason why we can't go through here is, if you notice, there are ropes and like paper talisman things, like I don't know what they're called, but there's a lot of things blocking our path, so we can't go that way. However, we can go in here. We will be visiting these rooms multiple times throughout the gameplay. Hi there. Yeah, you're definitely friendly. Candlelit altar. Huge gemstone as big as my palm. Looks like it might be used as some sort of ceremony. Something reflecting above the altar. Hey, a bellflower key. Guess we can just leave. Yep. Remember I said kids are the most annoying enemy in Fatal Frame? You're about to see why. Oh, okay, so R-Type 14 film just obliterated her. Okay, never mind. What? Believe me, we won't be... Oh. Okay, we'll have to read the Grey Diary again. I didn't mean to skip through that. Okay, that was actually a lot easier than I was expecting. I've been using the Type 0 film, which was the weakest film. I didn't realize the Type 14 film was going to obliterate her. Those little kids right there are exceptionally fast. The Shrine Maiden girls... they are very fast, and they also can hit like a Mack truck if you're not careful, especially in later chapters, later hours. They do not play around. They are... Tattoo. Old film. Alright. Let's go out here. Miku in her room. At some point, Miku will start hanging out in her room. I'll have to find her in there. Oh, oh, we're getting this. Is this? There it is. Remember the subduing song? Or at least the name of the chapter? Why is Miku singing it? Miku, that song. Good morning, that song? I don't remember exactly where I heard it, but I feel like I've been hearing it in my dreams lately. I don't have any idea what the lyrics mean. Maybe some sort of dialect? Dreams. The lullaby. Don't remember it too well, but singing the song in my dreams. While I'm singing, I start to feel homesick, like I'm remembering someone important. At the end of my dream, I'm so scared. All I can remember is that I'm very afraid. It's just the way dreams are, I guess. Okay, someone important. I wonder who that could be. We just got a letter. Envelope was delivered through the letterbox. Sending your testimony tape I just found in the urban legend. If I give it to you, I know you'll take good care of it. Several other tapes that they're quite old, having been dubbed by a gramophone. They're damaged. Trying to get them restored now. I'll send them when they're done. Solely researching folklore, legends, folk tales, folk religion that both you and Mafuyu's filled, wasn't it? There you go. So that's the official. How is Mafuyu's sister? Her name is Miku. So this is them officially, instead of just hinting at it with the one note, now they're officially being like, hey, you remember Mafuyu from the first game? Here you go. Still don't know about Junsei Takamine's whereabouts. Okay, I believe Junsei Takamine was the guy that Mafuyu was following in the first game. Maybe he was spirited away too. You got anything? Let me know. Mio's health is not good, so I put her in the hospital. She only wakes once every 2 days and for only a couple hours. Gotta hurry with my research. I believe this is where we get our first cassette. Okay, so this is Mio, again, the protagonist of the second game, and this is where more of the overlap comes in. Mafuyu. Mafuyu! Okay. So we got a few things to do tonight. We need to develop that film. We need to listen to that cassette. And then we need to check around the house. Do you see the wind? That's another thing I love about this is like it makes you, because there's not really a lot of overt. I talked about this. The thing I love about this series is because we use the camera. It both incentivizes and de-incentivizes jump scares, right? So there's a lot of like scares in this that are like I have to wait for the ghost to get close to me so I can get those fatal frame attacks, right? So it has you like get these really tense moments of like. Gotta get him, got him, you know, like, because of the combat. But then, like, because of these, like, you have to look in every corner to see, like, when you're gonna have, like, a ghost encounter. Like, oh, is this a moment to get the ghost? Because you get points that are required for upgrades. You're constantly looking for little things. Like the curtain moving over here, which I was kind of blocking, but the curtain moved. or like a ghost in the kitchen, or like somebody in the corner. Like you're constantly looking for those little things, which is why I love the series so much, because it does the atmosphere and the tension so well, which I feel like a lot of other horror games miss out on, because you're not looking for those little things, right? You're just like, oh, this puzzle needs these three objects, so I've got to run through like four hallways and beat up like seven guys. Okay, now I have the three objects. Like it misses out on those like little encounters, right? Like like I said, like a person in the kitchen, or like the thing standing in the altar room, or something in the mirror, which it's not in the mirror, but it's just really cool. Or like we walk in here and you can see this little stain in the corner, or we hear crying from another room, and then we open our closet and there's something there, right? Little things like that. Like they're not like jump scares, but they're like those little like environmental, like this is creepy, right? It just builds the world, and they're all like reactive based on the things that we've encountered, right? So like the little girl and the mother that we know are tied to the manner of sleep. Like we saw the little girl in our closet, the woman who disappeared, now we saw her silhouette in our house. The skewer dolls. Does it tell us about the Shrine Maidens? What does it call these girls? Okay, it just calls them Shrine Maidens, yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, I think it just calls the girls Shrine Maidens. And this should say Projector, I think. Old Projector, sorry. But, and again, that's what I love about this series. It's just like, every time I like go through a door, I'm like, okay, where's the interaction? Where's the cool thing, right? Like, is there going to be a ghost show up? Should I get my camera ready? Like, it's just so cool. Also, one thing that I will say, there's one thing that always gets me. Why does she wear a choker to bed? like I get the nightgown and like the slippers and stuff, but she's got this choker on. It's like, that would be awful to wear to bed, dude. Maybe it keeps her head on. I don't know. That's the real trick. It just keeps her head on. If she takes it off, head pops off. But like it makes me want to, like, every night makes me want to investigate the house to see like what interactions we get. Even though like it could be like tedious, or there could be nothing, it still makes me want to go, okay, let me go check Yu's room. Let me go check Miku's room. Let me go look downstairs. Like, we still had stuff we had to do, but like it makes me want to do these things. Hey, D-Man, how you doing today? I'm doing all right. Doing all right. And like, even like I said, even if we don't get, and see, like this too, it's like, oh, we got film, we learned about a projector, now we can come in here and get a different thing. Substantiate the existence of communication with the spirit world. Brilliant scientist and philosopher appropriating Western culture. 1920 spiritual world. Capture an unbelievable existence from the spirit world. Posthumously, that singular beginning devices became a fashion item among dilettantes and were scattered about the country. Having completed experimental stage on the camera obscura, camera photographs the other world, see above, he created a screen in which he could project special images. So that's about the projector. That's more about Asao. But yeah, I just think it's just really cool that it's like, we want to listen for things, we want to look for things. At least I do, That's what makes these games so much fun, and that's why I constantly tell people, like, hey, the second, fourth, and fifth game are all available on that person in the picture on your desk. That's my older brother. He's been missing for quite some time. I didn't know. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I was just wondering. Okay. Okay, talk to her again, please. Okay, we cannot talk to her again to give her the pictures. That's interesting. Because I was trying to hand her the pictures. Does she have another thing on her desk for her? Okay. But it's one of those things that, like, I think there's a lot that probably doesn't, like, connect with a lot of people, because there is a heavy, like, especially in, like, the first 3 games. The 4th game, like I said, takes place at more of a resort, so it's not as heavy on the, like, spiritualistic, like, ritualistic Japanese nature of things, but like, it's very heavy with that stuff, so there's probably a lot of, like, disconnect with that, and players, Western players, but it's still one of those that I feel like this is a really good, and not just 3, but, like, just the series as a whole is a really good horror experience. By the way, you might notice that is not Ray. This is also not the entrance to the Manor of Sleep.
Dream again. I thought I wasn't going to have it anymore.
Hi.
Want to see anymore?
The Evil Dream. Hour 4. Okay, so we do have a camera, but it's not the camera. Okay, so if you've not played Fatal Frame 1, this is the entryway to Fatal Frame 1. So we are now playing Miku, and the Manor of Dreams does something very interesting. I want to show this off. So we are in Himuro Mansion, but what is very cool about this is the Manor of Sleep entrance is down here. So what this game does, and another reason why I love it, is it actually sticks Fatal Frame 1, parts of Fatal Frame 1, onto the side of Fatal Frame 3. While also bringing the protagonist of Fatal Frame 1 into the game, which is very cool, in my opinion. So we get to walk some of the same areas, some of them, not all of them, obviously, some of the same areas that we walked in Fatal Frame 1 in this game as well, with the same character, but obviously older. And this hallway might look familiar. This is the Hall of Ropes. Is there still a thing up here? Yep. Is this the Camera Obscura? But I don't want to remember anymore. The only difference is thing that's hunting us in here is a little bit different. Okay, camera. Alright, so we have 75,000 points to spend. So we want max value. Oh, it's 50,000 for that. Okay. So now we get to play Miku. And everybody's camera levels up separately, which was kind of one of the things I didn't like. I understand why they did it, but like having to level up everything separately was a little tedious. I also need to check. I was saying, I don't think she gets lenses. '61 film. And by the way, if you want to see our first streamed playthrough and my first playthrough of these games, that is up on YouTube. We did a first playthrough of the entire series. As well as we just did the New Game Plus, 2 of the New Game Plus endings for Fatal Frame 2 Remake, as well as the normal ending, obviously. So if you're interested in all of that, we do have that accessible to you. Okay. Oh yeah, we're missing a stone. Okay. We should get attacked by a cleaver guy here. Dang it. Okay. This guy is really tough. Because you gotta get him to like run in a straight line, and then you have to like the problem is his head is like off to the right, and unfortunately our camera does not grab that. So I have to like lock in on his head here. I think I'm going to switch to 14. I do not want to lose to this guy. Let me get this. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this guy. Simulacrum Mask. Sacred Stone. The what? Special ability Sacred Stone. Oh, yeah, this is... So, everybody gets a sacred... Or, not sacred. A special ability. Everyone gets a Sacred Stone. She gets the ability to basically slow time. Which is the strongest ability in the game. The ability Rey gets is I believe the dodge ability, which technically, you could also argue is the strongest ability in the game, because, you know, the ability to just not take damage, but... but you have to time that, and then the other guy gets the ability to hide, which is hilarious. Okay. Let's go ahead and do an herbal. I swore there's... So I think I have to take a picture. Yeah, we gotta get to the well. Or take, not the well, the rope room. Alrighty. Simulacrum. It's interesting because in Fate Rim 1 it's called the Mirror Mask. This one they call it the Simulacrum Mask. Which I think they purposely changed that. By the way, this room, you might remember also from Fatal Frame 1. You've seen that. Unfortunately, this ghost... quite a pain if I can get eyes on it. That's not what I want to do. Okay, hit all the buttons except the one I stopped doing slow time. Get off of me. Get out of here. Twilight Stone. Which should be for that thing over there. Okay. Need another... I'm supposed to use 2 of these, because these ghosts suck. Camera. Capabilities. Max that out. Okay, so now I definitely need to get range up. Alright. I remember this puzzle. Okay. Alright, so it's... this goes there. This goes there. That did not work. Okay. Trying to remember how to do this. Ugh. 6 moves. Yeah, then it's this. this, this, and then finally this one. I know we put the last one in now. Alright. Those are puzzle. That is a puzzle that gets used a few times in the first game. Can I go in here? I was like, I think I can go in here. One of them looks like what? Diary, but the moisture coming through has smudged the writing. Can't read any of it. Okay. Crimson Diary. Last note of 10 years changing season. I've watched through the window, feeling something has passed. Attachments. I'll give my body over to the ropes and seal the gates. Kizuna Himuro. Rope Priestess, Himuro Mansion. The memories of a girl is tied up here. Alright. This room looks familiar. So again, this game does have a little bit of spoilers for the first two games. This is information and stuff we see in the first game. This is stuff about the ritual that takes place in Himuro. Alright. And that was the thing blocking the front door. Back we go. Time to wake up. How many points do we get for that? 7,000. Okay. So we still need to save up points to upgrade the range. So the reason why the circle is so much smaller than Ray is because our range is not. Basically, both of these are the reason why her camera is weaker than Ray's. Now, what you might notice is I think her max value is actually higher, so she can do more damage per shot than Ray. But Ray, I think, gets a bigger circle. So, like, Ray can hit things in a wider area, but she can't do as much damage. But Ray also gets lenses. So...
Big Brother's over here.
trying to remember... Okay, we're gonna do a save here. I think there's... Save... Does it let us leave? Or does it tell us to go? Okay, that's what I thought. So, the thing is, you can leave at any point, which is interesting, because I think it resets your film and your health, which, as far as I know, this is the only game that does that, where it's like, hey, I'm running low on items, I can just leave and come back. Basically, you wake up and then you go back to sleep. And you replenish resources, which arguably makes this game pretty easy from some aspects, but like I mentioned before, when we were playing the remake, like I would prefer the games be easier and more accessible than to be like super difficult. By the way, you might notice that the area looks a little bit different. That's because we've now entered back into the Manor of Sleep. We are about to enter a place that we have not been before. Okay, we can't get the item in there. Herbal medicine. There's also this game has an easy difficulty. We're currently playing on normal.
Save the two.
So... And then we wake up. We don't wake up as the character we were just playing, which is very interesting. Was that Miku's dream? But why? Seems Miku is having that same dream too. The Rope House. Miku Hinasaki. Alright. Okie dokie. Was hour 4. I believe there's like 12 or 13 hours or something like that, so we got plenty. And some hours are longer than others as well. Begging for help. Alright. Now, we're going to go ahead and call that a stream. I know it's a bit shorter, but I'm still trying to kind of recover from not feeling well, and my head is starting to hurt a little bit. Plus, like I said, it is storming a little bit outside, and I don't want the stream to cut out for whatever reason. I don't think it's. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not that bad, and we should be fine. But all it takes is one power flicker, and everything shuts down. So it's just how it works. But I do appreciate everybody giving me a couple days to kind of recover from whatever little allergy or head cold or whatever it was. We will be back with this tomorrow. We'll be continuing on. Again, this is my favorite Fatal Frame. I like how this one's structured. I think it takes advantage of just a lot of the things that this series does well. It's also a nice little kind of like bow on the trilogy. Even though Miku does return in 5, I feel like this one does a really good job of like connecting everything and kind of like showing how everything kind of worked within the series while still being its own thing and still having its own story and ritual, but also telling what it has. And I don't know. We'll get in more discussion as the game goes on, but I really like this. I like the antagonist and everything like that. We'll see some of its issues once we get to the third character. Believe me, the third character has a whole bunch of stuff going on. And we'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, so I hope you'll continue joining us for our celebration all month long. After we get done with this, we'll be checking out, is it Shadow Corridor? Is that what those things are called? I think that's what it's called. But anyways, we've got 2 first playthroughs. We're going to be checking out, I believe it's called Shadow Corridor. Let me double check. Yes, Shadow Corridor 1 and 2. I don't know if we'll do full playthroughs of those. They're supposed to be pretty labyrinthine, in not like the game labyrinthine, but like big labyrinths, and you can get lost, and then they kind of are random. So we'll see how they go. And then we still have a secret retro game to finish out those. If we do get finished with those before the end of the month, we'll put some other stuff in there, and who knows, if we have time, maybe we'll do another Kuon run. I know a lot of people have not seen that game, mainly because that game is very, very expensive. I really wish we could get a port of that game on PC, so more people could play it, because I think Kuon is actually a really interesting game. I don't think no game is worth as much as Kuon is worth, but like, I think that game does some really interesting things that I wish more games would explore. But maybe we check out or do another run of Kuon if we have time, or maybe we'll just do that at some point. But thank you so much for joining me. If you're here on Twitch or there on YouTube, don't forget to hit the follow button or the subscription button wherever you are. Both are completely free and help the channel out tremendously. Also, feel free to share us out with your friends, your family, your Discord communities. We are family friendly here, except when we do collabs. Everyone is welcome as long as they are kind. That is it. That is the only prerequisite. Also, a follow and subscription will let you know when we go live. We usually go live around 11 a.m. Central Time US. Like I said, I haven't been feeling well, so times have been a little bit wonky. But I will try to shoot for that tomorrow and obviously in the future. If you're not sure what time it is for you locally, down in the panels there's an extension, as well as the Twitch schedule should tell you when we go live for your time zone. Does the math so you don't have to. And finally, if you miss any of our playthroughs, all the VODs are here on Twitch for 60 days and on YouTube for the foreseeable future. If you want to go check out our full Fatal Frame playlist, our full Silent Hill playlist, most of the Resident Evils, whatever horror, retro, or variety you might be into, all of that is on YouTube. I've been doing this 5.5 years, which is part of what we're celebrating. You can check that out. There's a lot of stuff. Sorry, I was I was freaking out because I forgot that the Fatal Frames games do this. So let me show this real quick. If you stay still in Frame games, they decide to scare you. So I don't know if you guys. So the Tattoo Priestess shows up. If you stay still long enough in Fatal Frame 3, it flashes the Tattooed Priestess on your screen. So I got a little distracted by that. But anyways, uh, in other ones, I think it puts like bloody handprints on your screen if you wait long enough. But anyways, I do appreciate all the support. Like I said, hopefully we'll get back to our normal streams, normal length streams and stuff. I'm just still trying to get over whatever kind of head cold or whatever I had that's kind of kept me out. I do appreciate everybody having patience with us. We'll try to have some fun. I'm glad to be playing Fatal Frame 3 again. I don't usually play games again, but I've been trying to kind of break that habit to revisit stuff that I enjoy, um, and I really enjoy Fatal Frame 3. It's one of those games that, like, when we played it on stream for the first time, um, it kind of just really made me realize how much I enjoyed like retro horror games and kind of these experiences that we don't see very often and don't engage with very often, and it just reinforces what I've said this channel was about 5 years ago and what I keep saying the channel is about. And it's about sharing those unique experiences with you all, and and I really hope that comes across with everything we do. So thank you so much. Remember to take care of yourself mentally and physically. Both are important. Remember to stay hydrated. And as always, remember, we can make the world a better place. And all you have to do is be kind. Let's find someone to raid. Also by YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Alright.